Hey there. So today I want to begin with a question. I want to ask you exactly what an anime convention is for. Now, the reason that I ask this is because I'm looking at a situation here in Anime North 2019 related to Jamie Marchi, and it makes me wonder what you think anime conventions are for out there. Because for myself, anytime that I've gone to a convention, I've looked at that as a positive experience, as a way to build up associations. Whether that means that I'm going out and I'm checking out that newest iteration of something, whether I'm going to interact with people that I find to be interesting, or whether I'm talking to fandom itself, going and interacting with community, that's a way to build positive strength, to build positive binding. But this kind of stuff, it looks like it's being utilized as a way to tear down. Now, what happened here is somebody asked Jamie Marchi a question. Really, they said, I think that you're lying about something. And what I want to know is how exactly we got to that point within a conversation. Because if you look at this statement before all of that, with them talking about what exactly that panel looks like, they say that this is the Q&A panel, what it looks like at Anime North 2019 with that Jamie Marchi B. Everyone was into her quote-unquote story, and they got hypnotized. Hashtag KICKVIC is going to be screwed once the truth comes out. Now, I don't know about you, but that sounds like this is being utilized as yet another bludgeon while people are going out and telling their quote-unquote tales that happen behind the scenes. It sounds like Jamie Marchi relating what supposedly happened to her, what ended up landing her in trouble in the first place. Basically, she is utilizing a convention as a way to push this endeavor for what exactly? So somebody can come up with money later on because they're looking down the barrel of litigation, so they can hope that they can find solidarity out there as they ask for money because this is going to cost $100,000. Why exactly are they doing that? And why exactly are anime conventions allowing this to transpire? Now, the second thing that leads me to this idea is the question or the statement that's related. I'm going to play this. The volume of it is kind of low here, and I may stomp a couple of times in it to relate something in it. I'm not going to play the whole 45 seconds because of the applause at the end as well, but I want to relate this in a way that makes sense. So, check this out here. So I just got a feeling that you're lying about it. It doesn't come up as some kind of a descriptor without someone having conversation beforehand. Now, could this person have asked something before that? I suppose so. But again, the way that all of this is coming together, it sounds like someone was relating their tale about the horror story. About a guy that put their hands in their hair, pulled them back and forth, and whispered something in their ear. Yeah, you should look that up too if you never have, because it's actually quite insane to see what got a guy's life and livelihood burned down, and then to think about them talking about it at a convention. That doesn't just seem non-professional. It seems to be libelous. I'm not judging you. I'm just asking you. Now, we get back into this back and forth, too, where she's saying, oh, you're trying to judge me. And this person is saying, they say a couple of times, I'm not judging you. I'm looking at this situation. I've heard rumors online. I'm asking you about it. Oh, no, you're judging me. And then it'll get to that point where, of course, Jamie Marchi has to act like Jamie Marchi. And to a crowd of people that applaud like seals slapping their fins together, yeah, we get to that point. So anyway, let's finish this off.
I'm not judging you or anything. I'm just trying to, because I heard rumors going around and stuff.
What you're doing is trying to show off in front of little friends that came in here. And the only thing you're going to show off to them is your ass as you're squirting out of the
What you're going to show off to them is your ass as you're escorted out of here. Your little friends. Don't you love the language that diminishes, the language that actually takes away? And again, you can question the motivation of somebody. You can question the decency of bringing things up at panels. But you have to, again, question, first of all, if somebody gets to that point, people, they don't have a response to that. They're not supposed to have one at all. They're also apparently not supposed to record this, because if you record it, yeah, the liability that's associated with that might belong to someone. Now, I liked the way that this was spun later, too, and the way that the virtue crowd, they get together and they applaud this kind of stuff. Because, again, remember, these people, they trace that socially transmitted disease. They say, oh, look at that. You're so stunning. You're so brave. We give you 1.4K clicks. You know, at one time, too, these people, they could pull quite a bit more than that. They could pull 10,000 clicks. But hey, you know, all of that, does that relate to money or people showing up at conventions? No, it never does. But that feeling when someone travels hundreds of miles to try to call you out in public, only to get their ass handed to them, laughed out of the room, kicked out of the con, and then you find out it was their birthday, tee thoughts, birthday wishes. Man, that's a really great look there. That makes you look like a uber professional. I swear. Ha ha ha. Let me mock and degrade people. Let me go out and say, oh man, you know that person that ended up at that convention, that person that apparently they backed the convention at least to show up, spend money there, got removed. You know they're not going to spend money on any of this ever again. They're not going to back the endeavors of Funimation and on. They'll want nothing to do with it. It's been interesting to watch the spin of this and to see all of these people get together, the same folks, calling all of these folks harassers and on. So now you respect conventions, and now you respect boundaries. Is that what we're getting to? Because I remember a time where this happened. And this, it didn't happen outside of something. It happened in real time where people were destroying a man's life. They were destroying a man's livelihood, and conventions were all targeted with, you better do this or else. See, I remember what Anime Matsuri faced in this when they were the only one left standing. They were called this den of impropriety. They had people trying to burn them down. Basically, we had this thing that started up in 2018 and never gained momentum, getting backing from all of these people because, hey, Vic Mignogna is associated. If you want to go further than that, too, go and look at what HawaiiCon had to deal with out there in the public with these same people trying to burn that down. Or look at some of these same names that are being brought up right now in association with KICKVIC, because after KICKVIC brought Vic back into the fold, we not only saw what happened behind the scenes with Ron Toy, him trying to bully. Oh no, we saw what happened right there in front of everybody, where we had the safety of conventions talked about, where we had fandom that would show up. They were talked about as being dangerous, not because they asked questions, because that seemed really dangerous. Oh no, but because, the type of people out there that would associate with these endeavors, that might be anime fans. Oh yeah, those people, they are really freaking monsters. I've enjoyed the spin to this too. I've enjoyed looking at the threads to that, the way that was spun. So you heard the reality of that. And he says, at the end, justice will prevail. No, he doesn't say that either. I didn't want to go through all of the laugh tracks and the clapping and stuff. But the guy says, the truth, it will come out. So you see the spin to this, too, that came up beforehand. At Jamie Marchi's panel at Anime North, while some guy asked why she sold out Vic and accused her of being a liar, meanwhile filming her panel while she expressly asked not to do so. So these days, this kind of behavior, it's off the table when, but it was okay back when. Huh, interesting. And then to ask if a panel out there is being utilized to burn someone down while litigation is actually transpiring, it brings up a lot of questions. It brings up questions about liability and culpability when it comes to certain voice actors. And it also brings up that question when it comes to certain conventions out there. What exactly are they signing on for? Have they decided that, well, since this happened here, that they're going to allow all kinds of things to take place within their ranks, within the rank and file? Because, hey, if we don't lockstep to that, then what might happen to us? Asks a lot of questions there. But anyway, you tell me what you think about this stuff. And also, I do want to say this. If you're going to spend the amount of money to go to a convention, don't waste your money doing something like that. You're just going to basically give people their victim cred. You're going to give them yet more to whine about, more ways to fundraise, and they don't need that. You might want to ask them something. You might want to know the truth. They may even bait you into it, but you have to be bigger than them. You have to be better than them in that. Why? Because otherwise, they'll be the same old self, and you're better than that. So anyway, tell me what you think. Now, if you like this kind of content too, make sure that you're subbed. Make sure that you hit that bell for daily notifications. And if you want to go further, links are in the description. You're under no obligation to check those out. But if you want to, there's a PayPal, a Patreon, and the Case of the Littlest umbrella. Now, this is an all-ages Lovecraftian tale with another book attached to it. It was basically our answer to gatekeepers that said we couldn't. You have them in every endeavor out there too, whether that's comic books, whether that's Marvel, DC, IDW, and on. They tell you either walk lockstep or you're out of the game. And that's not acceptable. So we decided to do our own thing. If you want to back that kind of message, you are welcome to. We appreciate you. Now, on this other stuff that we've been talking about here, leave your comments. I'm curious how exactly people take this situation, what exactly you think cons should be used for versus what they're being utilized for now. We should not be divided as fandoms. We should not have people that go out and ask us to choose sides. That, no matter what you think, that is the worst part of this, because that is the reality that's going on. But anyhow, leave your comments, and remember, at the end of this, I appreciate you showing up. I appreciate you taking part in our endeavors while all of this stuff has been going on. While we've been looking at all of this, we have heard people that have told us that we're not welcome. Well, you're welcome here. I appreciate you. I appreciate you being part of something, and I want to thank you. So thank you. We'll do this again soon.